Hello. Oh, oh. Good merry morning. Good merry morning. I am still sick, and I think I'm still going to be sick for I don't know how long, but it's gonna be a while. Let me take off my glasses. My voice is dead. My voice. You know what you caught. So, on the day I got... Oh, thank you, Brandon. Thank you, Brandon91. Thank you for 14 months, Brandon. Oh my goodness. My voice. Yeah, we get better soon. Thank you. Thank you, Brandon. So, on the day I went to get an IV drip, it was actually the day that I went to the hospital the second time, because the first time around I went to the clinic and I tried to figure out what's wrong with me, because I could feel like a really terrible fever coming, and I felt my body was like in pain and my stomach hurt and my throat was like, you know, those kind of situation where you just feel something inside your throat and it just like doesn't go away, and it's like a lump and it's like really hard to swallow. So I went to the clinic and they sent me back with 2 packets of lozenges, and that's it. So I was like, excuse me, I told you I threw up 2 times. Like yesterday I threw up 2 times, and and my throat hurts really bad. I have, like, they checked my throat, like I did the thing, and they checked my throat, and I had a lot of inflammation in my throat, and I had to... It's really hard to breathe. I don't have COVID. My sense of taste is still intact, even though it is like I can barely taste things, but it is still intact. No antibiotics. That's like not the first time around I went to the clinic. They didn't think that. I told them I have fever, but my fever kind of just like came back down, and they kind of just sent me back, and they said that, oh, you can come back if you have fever again, or if you feel like your body pain persists, then you can come back and we'll prescribe you with something else or something. And I was like, I didn't go back to the same clinic after that. I went to the hospital because my place is very near to the hospital. My place is like somewhere around 10 minutes walk to the hospital. So I went to the hospital, and and I went to the ER, and I told Stan I can't do... I mean, it's not... It's kind of like a hospital together with like a... Yeah, so I went to the hospital, and I went to the ER, and I told them blah 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 what happened, and they immediately sent me. So apparently when I was waiting at a hospital, I fainted. I didn't know that I fainted. So I fainted, and they put me on the IV drip. So that's the picture that I took. That it's in the channel. So I fainted at a hospital. I don't know why. No. So remember my housemate who got the same thing as I do? So apparently my housemate got a different infection thing. It's not the same. So we've had different it's not the same. And they have been better for like 3 days now, and I'm still ongoing with my sickness. And, you know, sounds like a combined infection, bacteria plus viral. It does sound like that. So on the day when I got my IV drip, they also took my blood, and they did a blood test on my blood, and they said that I have like infection. I have bacteria in my blood or something. And then so they put me on IV for like 40 over minutes, I think. And after that, I just came back home. And that's it. And I've been lying in bed for most of the time until now, and I'm still lying in bed most of the time. I do work occasionally, and then I lie back down. And I got to catch up with a lot of shows that I have missed. Some of the anime shows that I've missed. The one with the sad red face. The one with the sad red face. Could be tonsillitis. I don't think it's tonsillitis. It doesn't feel like tonsillitis. Sepsis can get bad real quick. I don't know whether or not it's sepsis, even though they tested my blood. They helped me. They did a blood test for me. I don't know whether or not it's actually just like sepsis, but it kind of does feel like sepsis. Oh, right now my situation is I am very behind work. My work is piled up, and I don't know what to do about that. It's such a bad timing because my dad is going back. He booked his flight ticket back to back home on March 7th, and it's I feel like I want to cry so bad. And I really wanted to hang out. Like, my plan actually for these 2 weeks, especially these 2 weeks, because my dad came over. So my plan for these 2 weeks is I just wanted to I really wanted to get a video out, and I wanted to quickly get my work done, and then I want to stay over at my brother's place because I want to hang out with my parents before my dad goes back. And I don't know when I'm going to see him again, and I'm so sad. I am so sad about it. I am so frustrated. I actually cried like a few times when I was like speaking with my housemate, and my housemate was like, "What are you supposed to do?" He got angry at me because he was like, "Well, you can't bring your virus over to your parents, right?" I was also supposed to like celebrate with some of my housemates because it's Ramadan, and I live with all people who do Ramadan, who fast during Ramadan. So I don't have any Chinese people living in this house, and everybody in this houses are. I assume you can't fast because you're dying. I mean, I don't fast. I'm not Muslim, so. Did you watch Solo Leveling? I don't know about Solo Leveling. I have read the manhwa to the end, and I think it kind of dropped off after the Jeju Island arc. Jeju Island was pretty good, and after that, I don't remember what the story was about anyway. But I feel like the anime is very, very underwhelming comparing to the manhwa. The anime also left out a lot of details that make like let's say not let's say for example the items, the inventory items, and a lot of the explanation about the system, and a lot of the explanation about the guilds and the characters that are in the guilds, and like it's not all explained in the anime. Oh my god. Sorry for assuming. I am amoy. I don't fast, but I do I do sometimes fast together with my housemates because they are mostly, some of them don't really fast, even though, you know, on paper they're Muslims. They don't really care about it. But we don't talk about it. Whenever I'm inhaling through, because I have runny nose and it's a little bit hard to breathe, but when I'm inhaling through my mouth, I'm a mouth breather right now. Oh my god. I'm a mouth breather. and also I don't know what to say. I am very drugged up right now. I'm out of meds. I didn't go to the clinic yesterday because I was feeling really bad. My fever came back for a little bit. Have a mouth breathing. See, people didn't forget about you. There was no need to worry. I don't know. It's not about like it's kind of just like, you know, a FOMO kind of thing maybe. I don't know. I am not in a perfect mental state or a perfect physical health condition, healthy state to comment about how I feel about things, because I do need to process my feelings before I am able to talk about them. Oh right, I was talking about how breathing is a little bit difficult right now because when I'm inhaling through my mouth, it tickles my throat and it makes me want to cough really bad. The anime did skip the hot Onesan as well, and many people said. Did it? I don't remember if it did. Oh, the cousin. Oh right, the idol cousin, the celebrity cousin of Jinho. Yeah. So that character doesn't exist in the anime, I think. I'm guessing you got hooked up with a lot of antibacterial cocktails, painkillers, and muscle relaxants. I'm like on an alternative of Xanax. Benzodiazepine something. Lorazepam, basically. Cause it's really difficult for me to sleep. And I have to sleep, or else it's like it's really difficult for me to sleep, but I really have to sleep because I'm so tired all the time. But it's so hard to sleep because I keep coughing. I'm trying really hard to not cough right now. But combination of different antibacterial medication for aggressive infection. I don't even know if they actually give me an aggressive antibiotic thing, because it doesn't feel like the antibiotic actually like was effective. I don't know. I even finished my my whole course of antibiotics, but it's still benzodiazepine. Yeah, benzodiazepine, something like that. Xanax, basically Xanax, I think. So I do sound really bad, in all honesty, because I coughed blood and my throat like is really damaged right now. I don't know when I will be going back to the normal kind of voice. It's gonna take me so long to heal, because the last time this happened to me, I don't know if you guys remember when I said that it's kind of like a gotcha kind of thing, where I have like a 50-50 chance of like spitting blood in the morning when I brush my teeth. Sometimes it happens, and recently it's come back. It came back, and recently I have been spitting blood again in the morning. Lip is critical, needed at any cost, yeah, especially when I need to heal from the sickness. Hello, how are you doing? They give you guys all the good drugs out there. In all honesty, sorry, I think Malaysia is a little bit difficult, and Malaysia is a little bit strict when it comes to medications. Like, we don't have the public the government hospitals, they don't prescribe Adderall for ADHD people. They prescribe Ritalin instead of Adderall, because Adderall is something that is you're able to get really dependent on it, and it becomes some kind of like an addiction problem. So they take that kind of situations into consideration, and they basically, there are like banned medication in Malaysia, I think. I'm guessing anything that can be addictive or used as drugs. Yeah, it is mostly banned in Malaysia, because Malaysia is really strict with drugs. Up until very recently, I don't know if this. I mean, I've talked about how like dealing drugs will get you the death sentence in Malaysia. So. Ritalin is standard for ADHD. Ritalin is not exactly the standard. The standard is Adderall, but they don't. Malaysian health system does not allow you to be prescribed with Adderall. They do not allow Adderall. So the alternative is there's Ritalin, and then there's like Concerta or something like that. And Ritalin, as far as I know, it's mostly for children, but and Adderall is for adults, I think. But Adderall is a little bit more intense than Ritalin, I think. So it is banned in Malaysia. So I have not been on Adderall. I've never been on Adderall before. I have only been on Ritalin. And I honestly don't really know the difference that much, because I don't really feel that different. It works, Ritalin works a little bit better than caffeine for me, but besides that, there's not much of a difference. And I've been around Ritalin for a very long time anyway, and it doesn't. I don't know the difference anymore. So, so anyway, how are you guys doing? What have you guys been doing when I was away? I mean, Louis said that you have been more productive when I was gone. I hope that you stay productive. Or if it's too boring, then come watch me again. I got a new job and got addicted to Monster Hunter Wilds. Monster Hunter Wilds. Is it good? Because the review on Steam is actually mixed. maybe it's optimization problem. Like, I think it's a lot of optimization. Is it optimization problems? Monster Hunter. I haven't gotten the game yet. You don't like it? You don't like it? It's okay. I'll be streaming again frequently soon enough, I think. Sleeping in or playing games in the morning and being worried about you. Oh. Reviews are from an optimization view. If you're on console, it's mostly fine. I see. Yeah, I figured that's a problem. Got over my own dose of the flu. Got addicted to. What is that? What is VOTV? What is that? Getting ready to report the rolling forecast for the whole year. Lots of Excel, lots of words, lots of meetings. Unfortunately. Wells does not look anywhere graphically good enough for his demands. Voices of the Void. Oh, Voices of the Void. I've wanted to play that game on stream, actually. I've wanted to play it for a very long time now. I downloaded a game, quite a while ago, I think. If you like World, you like Wild. I didn't like the other one. What was the one that came before Wild? Rise. Yeah, I didn't like Rise. Rise felt kind of dumbed down, in my opinion. I liked World. I have like around, I don't remember how many hours I have on Worlds, but I have a lot of hours on Worlds. But I don't know whether I am a huge Monster Hunter fan, but the dropouts. By the way, all of us in dropouts have been really sick. And I don't know what is the problem. Our periods are not synced up, but our sickness are synced up. Sorry. I'm not in my right mind right now. I don't think I should have streamed today, but I really wanted to give you a short update today. But so Oliver's have been sick. Mitzi had COVID, and Yansha went on a trip, and she was pre-naughty during the trip, and because of that, she got sick as well. And then I think Paichi got sick before that, and then Bon has been sick for a while, and then Bon had like problems with her hips or something. You all dropped out of immune system. Yeah, our immunity is just is gone to shit for it's been such a long time since I like had a conversation actually. Well, technically right now we're kind of like having a conversation, but it's been like 2 weeks since I last had a conversation. Almost 2 weeks now, I think. It's gonna take me a little bit to get my gears lubed. Oh my goodness. Your roommate's taking good care of you. They just buy me food. I mean, what else can they do at this point? I have to stay in a different room because I don't want to infect everybody in the house. But good thing my cats are staying with me because my long boy is so worried about me. My long boy is so obsessed with me. He's been really obsessed with me recently because I haven't been able to give him attention. because I've just been dying halfway through all this time, and he's yelling at me constantly. Well, I sleep through his yelling, but did I clean themselves now? It's probably like really filthy out there right now. I don't really give a shit. If I feel like it, I might clean up after I get better, but I don't really care about it right now. They don't do the cooking, only I do the cooking, so I guess the kitchen is still okay. Ginger is not really that good for my current situation because it might increase the inflammation. Because ginger is good for blood circulation, and ginger improves blood circulation, and that might increase my inflammation. But I have been one of my housemates was very kind to buy me a bundle of lemons. So I have been, and they got me a huge bottle of honey as well. It's a pretty expensive looking honey, and I've been I've been making hot honey lemon. What vitamins are you taking right now? I'm not really taking any vitamins. I've been taking magnesium because I have depression and I work out pretty often. But other than that, I eat a lot of fruit, so I don't think I really need a lot of vitamins. I do take B12 because my dad wants me to take B12. But other than that, I don't really take a lot of vitamins. I live a very healthy lifestyle. Oh, the irony. Honey and lemon should help once the infection is gone, I believe. Now I really don't know whether or not the infection is completely gone. So I will have to go to the clinic today. Because yesterday I felt absolutely shit. So I couldn't go out. I couldn't get out of bed because of fever and stuff. But today I think I'm a lot better. I'll go to the clinic. Hello, Mary. Hello, how do you do? My roommate knows. Because I've been complaining every single time when they order. I should be grateful that they're ordering food for me, but I've been complaining. Why didn't you order me honey lemon? You should buy honey lemon for me. I don't want this drink. Like, they bought me Macca's. Like, why would you buy me Macca's when I'm still having fever? And they said, oh, when I have fever, I eat fast food and I feel better. Cause I don't feel like shit. And I'm like, but my throat hurts and I can't eat like oily stuff or else it's gonna irritate my inflammation even more. What kind of logic is that? I don't know. My housemates are very zoomer. While viral infections can end in a week or so, bacterial infections can last up to... Oh my fucking god, it's probably a combination of both for me. Because my housemate got a viral one. My housemate was diagnosed with viral infection, and I got both because I have my white blood cells were working so hard, and I had bacteria in my blood, so I am dead. Bacterial infections can last up to 2 to 4 weeks depending. To the same clinic that only gave you lozenges, hopefully a different one. There are quite a few clinics around here, so I'm just gonna rotate around and see which doctor. I don't have like a constant family doctor or anything. So unfortunately, I usually do that, but with hot ramen, I do have miso. So I make miso soup every day. I love my miso soup. I've been eating instant noodles as well. Occasionally. I used to eat like once a day, like a one big meal a day, but nowadays I eat twice a day because I need to eat my medicine together with my meals. Explains why they don't clean or cook. Yeah, they don't cook. I don't think any of them knows the difference between a lettuce and a cabbage. So, still have a fever. I don't have a fever anymore today, but and whenever I feel enough, like I have enough energy to get up and do something, I'll do work, and after I do work, I'll play a couple of games. So I've been like slowly exploring, but I feel like if I overwork myself, like I don't play Overwatch anymore because Overwatch gets my blood boiling. So unfortunately, I can't do my dailies for Overwatch, but kind of sad they don't know the difference between lettuce and cabbage. I know. I don't think they even know the difference between onion and garlic either. Congested throat. How congested? Is salt good though? Salt is good for my throat right now because it purifies and it cleanses the bacteria out of my throat. But yeah, congested throat. My nose is congested. My nose, the opening of my nose holes, my nostrils hurt so bad because I keep rubbing them because I need to rub the liquid off of my runny nose. They managed to burn water too. There was one time, somebody tried to. We had a glass. We had a glass. Cattle. We had a glass electric kettle. You call it an electric kettle? Yeah, it was an electric kettle. Now we have another glass electric kettle, but the previous one, somebody broke the glass electric kettle that we had before because they were like, oh, I boiled the water, but I need to chill it super fast. So they ran it with like ice water or something, and then the glass broke, and I don't know how that even happened, but it was a really dumb thing. Yeah, it was really dumb. Somebody exploded glass in the microwave oven before as well. They saw that you can clean your microwave oven using a glass of lemon water, but they used concentrate lemon water instead of dilute lemon water. So they microwaved a whole glass of lemon juice, like just pure lemon juice, and the lemon juice dried up and exploded the glass, and the glass cracked and it exploded. I don't know why or how that happened, but it happened, and we had to. Our new oven right now is a combination. It's an microwave. It's a microwave / oven combination. So in their defense, according to what they said, they were trying to help to clean the microwave oven. But somebody also, we have takeout, and takeout packages used to come in the polyurethane, or what do you call it, the foam thing, the foam containers. Somebody, like 2 of them microwaved the foam containers in a microwave oven, and it almost started a fire. So our microwave oven has endured a lot of adversities. Stop calling me. How did it get by day to day? I don't know. I caught them in action one time. Somebody, because we all have fridges. We have like different fridges. So I am sharing one fridge together with like 2 other people, and my fridge is very small. So my fridge is like shorter than I am, and I am able to keep track of your leftovers and all of that. Like I make sure that my fridge is clean and all of that. But the other people in the house, they have their own fridges, so our electricity bill is like pretty high. But my point is, I won't be able to keep track whether or not they have those kind of foam kind of containers or their leftovers. And whenever they don't, they're so lazy because they don't want to move the food from the takeout containers to the glass containers that we have, or the or into a bowl or something, and they just like straight away they put it into the microwave oven. And that's really, I don't know. Am I disappointed? I don't know whether or not I'm disappointed. I'm just so sick of it. Hopefully they toss the leftovers before they get gross. Recently I've been noticing that in the trash can there's like a lot of mango peels and like fruit peels. So they have been eating fruits and stuff. At least one of the things that I'm kind of grateful for in this house is that I don't need to take out the trash, because I hate touching the trash. So they rotate around, and when the trash gets full, they take it out. And the trash usually gets full in a day, so they pretty much take it out every day, and I feel kind of good about it. They don't have their live and cook anymore, so they're starving. In all fairness, I don't really cook that much for them. I cook for them like maybe 3-4 times a month, but not that often. I want frozen mango. I just want frozen everything right now. I can't have frozen stuff. I had ice cream like 3 days ago. Like just like pure ice, like the isotonic ice. Not ice cream, but just like frozen isotonic. And because I've had experience with having really terrible bleeding kind of throat, and the doctors would just tell me to eat ice or something. Yeah, and to soothe my throat pain, to help with inflammation or something. It feels good, but I don't think it's good for, like, in the long run. It's not a solution. So I prefer to consume hotter stuff, I think. You really don't sound well even now. Do you actually feel up for streaming yet? What am I doing right now then? I am streaming, but this is just a short update, and I don't think that we can do anything too much for a while. After my coughing stops, and after I have confirmed that the bacteria has died, I will probably go over to my parents' place. I really wanted to. I really want to see them before my dad goes back. It's gonna take a pretty long time. I had a video that I'm like editing halfway before I got sick, and now I kind of don't feel like doing it anymore because I am so don't want you overstressing yourself. I understand, thank you. I'm trying not to. I am not overworking. It is physically impossible for me to be overworking right now. But I have been wanting to do, because I have like okay, let me find my words. Hold on. English is a little bit difficult. But I have been doing a little bit of research for ASMR videos, and I really wanted to record them. And that was like during the time when I was still pretty okay. That was during the last stream, on the day of the last stream that I had, the Planet Crafter stream. I was looking up sound effects for the next my first ASMR video, and I was having such a hard time trying to focus, and eventually I just got sick and I didn't want to do it anymore. And so anyway, I'll be back soon, just not too soon. I'll be back maybe in a few more days, I think. Let's check back again on March 8th. March 8th, Women's Day. On Women's Day. Tomorrow is supposed to be Dropout's Day, but Yancha is extremely sick right now. Yancha sounds like how I sound like right now. We both sound very identical, because for some reason when she's sick, she sounds a little bit higher pitched, and then when she's not sick, she sounds really low pitched. Because I'm beating the infection. I will try my best, but it's such a bizarre thing that me and my housemate got different diagnosis. Like we got different conditions. We got different sickness. He got, like, very obviously he got the viral, even though it's from the same concert. It was from the Green Day concert. I don't know why. It's gonna, like, obviously it's gonna take me such a long time to get better, because my housemate got better. Like the last day I remember he got sick was, he's like outside now. He's like, he has work today, as usual. Today's a Monday. You got sneezed on. Somebody coughed on my face. Did he? He did not get anything. Damn it, Green Day. Green Day was pretty okay. It was really fun. I never really thought that I am a concert goer. I don't feel like I am. I really don't like crowds and all of that, but Green Day has made me change my mind a little bit. Recently, the concerts that I've attended have made me change my mind a little bit about concerts. recently I found a game called Aloft, and I've been playing it a little bit when I feel better. And I would like to introduce the game to you. It is currently on early access. In early access, it is called Aloft. ALOFT. It plays kind of like Raft. So if you like Raft, you probably like this game. It is a multiplayer game as well. The combat is really simple, but there's a lot of exploring to do. And it's cute. At least you're having fun with the concerts. It would be nice if people wouldn't just cough in others' faces. If it's the cough, I don't know whether it's like a cough kind of thing, whether I got a virus kind of thing. But mine is definitely, it feels like a combination. So bacterial. If it's the virus, then it wouldn't explain how I had like bacteria in my blood or something. Whether it's related or that's still hella disgusting. That is really disgusting. I do wear a mask when I go out most of the time nowadays. But during the concert time, it is a little bit difficult to have my mask on. I know that I should have my mask on, especially in a crowd like that, but it's so hard to breathe because the air is so humid and heavy, and it's really difficult to breathe. Be careful with that. My partner got really bad sepsis once and was in hospital for almost 2 months. I think on the day that I fainted, it was they detect. I really don't know what they mean when they said that they detected bacteria in my blood. Like my blood was infected. I really don't know what they mean because they didn't really elaborate on that much. So I'm not too sure if it's like 100% sepsis or like a mild case of sepsis or something. But but that's what it is, I guess. I don't know. Speaking of games, have you ever heard of Breath Edge? Breath Edge 2 is coming out soon. Saw it recently and thought it's something you want to play. There's a chicken and there's a chicken in space. I have the game. I do have the game. It's about a guy and a chicken in space. Something like that. Looks pretty interesting. When it came out, I really wanted to play it, but then I got it confused with Void Train, and because it came out around the same time, I think I got it confused and I played Void Train, but I completely forgot about Breath Edge. But Breath Edge 2 was coming out. I also I don't know if I talked about this before, but have I talked about Captain America? I don't remember when I went. Okay, so I have talked about Captain America. Okay, good. Because I don't remember what I talked about during the last stream we had. Should have taken the serum. Yeah, should have taken the serum. Falcon is so underwhelming. I mean, the new Captain America is so underwhelming. And the way they introduce Adamantium is so underwhelming. Adamantium in the MCU is originating from the dead Celestials and not a derivative of vibranium anymore. I mean, at least just in the MCU, but I prefer the original way of like deriving adamantium from vibranium. He got his butt kicked the entire movie. I did not feel the impact of Sam Wilson at all. It felt his entire character got overshadowed by the whole plot and like the whole Hulk's tangent. Like the story, the focus of the story kind of felt like a Hulk story, and he got stabbed like 4 times. You watched the movie too? He really should have taken the serum. It would have helped him a lot, but if he had taken the serum, the last scene where the new Falcon talks to Sam about like being an everyday superhero kind of thing wouldn't have been that impactful. That part I really liked, but the rest of the movie was kind of meh, I think. Average day in the UK. What is with the UK? Recently, I have been debating whether or not I want to go to London instead, because my brother is in the UK right now. He's somewhere, I don't remember where he went. I'll ask him in the group chat later, but he's in the UK right now, and I am debating whether if I wanted to go to Australia to see my relative that I've been wanting to go to. Like, because I really wanted to go there for a long time now, but thank you for the follow, Lady Shizuka. Lady Shizuka 79, thank you. Like this year, I wanted to go to Australia, but I'm thinking I want to go to the UK, but then my brother keeps making stupid jokes about UK and like London, because I really wanted to go to London. I've never been to London. Have I been? No, I have not. What city? I don't remember what city he is in right now. Australia. I wanted to go to Brisbane. Because Spain. Oh, thank you. Get yourself some fancy ice cream for your throat. Thank you, Lewis. Thank you. Thank you for the tip. I don't remember what city he's in right now, but I wanted to go to Brisbane, Australia, because my relative lives there. My relative, one of my really close person, somebody that I care about, lives there, and I really wanted to go to visit her, but I kind of want to go to London before, or maybe I go to Germany, maybe. I don't know yet, because apparently my brother's like, I think my brother might enroll into a German university. I am not too sure about that yet. Brisbane sounds nice and a lot closer than the UK. It is definitely a lot closer than the UK. And it's a lot cheaper as well. You know that Australian dollar and Singapore dollar is like very close in the currency right now. They are very close in the value right now. But there's not much of a difference whether or not I go to Singapore or whether I go to Australia instead. And I have a lot of relatives in Australia, but it's just that one person that I really wanted to see. Is it true that people aren't okay with talking to strangers in the UK? In the US, I talk to strangers all the time. What kind of superpower is that? when a stranger looks at me, when a stranger holds eye contact with me, I run away. I have learned to not trust strangers. It's normal here to just start conversations with strangers. I'm okay with starting conversations with strangers as long as my interaction with them means something, like if I am buying something from a vendor, or if I'm buying talking to the cashier, or somebody at the reception or something like that, but not when we're both just like walking past each other and somebody comment something about me, and I don't know how to deal with that. Good merry morning. Good merry morning. Good merry morning. Before the pandemic, it was common enough to make small check in a checkout line. The lack of that has done horrible damage to my social skills. I don't know. I'm not used to holding eye contact with people. I'm not very good at holding eye contact with people, except for clients, except for like social situations. But when I'm just like outside on my own, I prefer to not interact with like strangers. That's so different than here. I love my conversations with strangers. You have some sort of a superpower, some might say. Some might even call it very, very social butterfly. If you have a business, if you have businesses, you ought to be very, very outgoing, or else your business will just fail like mine. If you're an introvert like me, you better not have a business. Or maybe you can open an Etsy store and just like have the Etsy store, and you don't have to deal with real people. Oh my god. Oh. I can't. So, I will stop train in like 30 minutes or so. I am so happy that you guys came back to see me. Today is a weekend. Mostly weekend. So, not sure how my streams are going to do on a weekday, but I am really hungry. I gotta take my medicine and I gotta go to the clinic, but I will keep updating you guys on the Discord channel, on the Discord server. This time around is actually really, really terrible timing. Because my dad's here and I was supposed to, like, it's the end of my contract and I have a lot of things to clean up. So remember when I said around March is when my time is gonna free up a little bit more? It's because it's around the end of my contract and I'm sick AF, and then I might have to extend my contract. Because I took so many days off. Sometimes it's not the problem of being introverted, it's just exhausting to hold a conversation of more than 10 minutes with strangers. The other day, I went to this place in Tropicana Gardens. I went to a restaurant in Tropicana Gardens, and Tropicana Gardens is a mall in Kuala Lumpur, and I went to this mall specifically. I remember because I never go to this mall, and I wanted to like explore, so I went to this mall. I had like a very spontaneous kind of feeling. I was very adventurous, and I went to this new mall that I've never been to. So I went into a restaurant in this mall. I don't remember which restaurant it was, but I went there and I was waiting for my food, and I saw a waiter standing by a table, and the waiter was just talking to this uncle for like the entire duration of me being in the restaurant. I ordered my food, and the waiter started to talk to. I think it was the uncle, the old man, who was holding the waiter hostage. It was a really bizarre situation. Because I've never seen a waiter standing by and talk, like having a real. They were speaking in Chinese, and I couldn't understand. Like I was like trying to eavesdrop on what they were saying. Apparently, they were talking about the uncle, the old little middle-aged man was talking about the nephew that went to UK, and the nephew came back, and then he was talking about this other child that was like doing dentistry, ortho something, and I was around 2 tables over, so I was listening to this waiter being held hostage by this old man, and the waiter was just like very patiently. When I paid for my so it was a family of people. It was a family of 3 people. I think it was a pair of grandparents and a child. So the old man kept talking to the waiter, and the waiter was just like nodding, and he was saying things like, oh, I see, yeah, I understand, I've been to that place before too, I've done like this and that as well. and I was so curious. I wasn't alone that time. I was with my mom, and we were both just like trying to eavesdrop on the conversation to listen to what they were talking about. And I was asking my mom, okay, this was after the food came. So the food came and the waiter was still standing there. So I was just waiting for the waiter to turn around so I can see his expression, because I was at a table where I couldn't see how his face was looking like. He turned around eventually, yeah, and that's when the whole family, the grandparents and the child, they were leaving, and the waiter was leaving with them, and so they went to the cashier, and that was during the time when me and my mom were done eating already. So we were also going. We were right behind that family, the grandparents. Thank you for the follow at work 12. Thank you. So I was looking at the waiter's face. I was staring him down, and I was so curious. I asked my mom, should I ask the waiter what happened? Should I ask the waiter whether he knows the old man? And my mom's like, mind your own business. You don't need to ask. Don't need to ask. And curiosity kind of almost killed me that day, because in the end I did not get to ask whether or not they are related or if they know each other. Hello. Haven't been to Tropicana Gardens for a year now, I think. Death by bad conversation, the worst death can be inflicted to anyone. It was... I wanted to know so bad, but I didn't get to know. And it's okay, I got over it. When I was driving back from the mall, I got over it. I get over things really fast. I don't really hold grudges unless if... Well, why am I talking about grudges? Not grudges. I don't really like hold on to negative feelings or really intense feelings for a long time. Unless if somebody has like wronged me or like treated me really badly, then I'll remember for a long time, I think. Now you can make your own lore. I think I have, maybe this is just my intuition saying, but it's not like I'll ever figure it out, or it's not like I'll ever know whether or not it's true, but I just feel like maybe that old man's son, or maybe that old man's son has something to do with, or maybe the old man's son knows the waiter. I don't know, because they've been talking for like over an hour and the waiter is just standing there for like over an hour just talking. I know because my mom eats pretty slow. My mom eats really slow and she takes like around an hour to eat. For the food to arrive. And after the food arrives, we take around like 30 minutes. She takes a little bit longer. I don't take 30 minutes, but I take like around 10 minutes to eat my food. I'm typically a pretty fast eater, I think. Gossip eavesdropper Mary. I don't really inhale my food, but I don't like fully chew my food before I swallow it. I'm surprised. What was she eating? We were at a Japanese restaurant, if I remember correctly. Yeah. So she was eating some vegetarian stuff. Some vegetarian teishoku or something. Because she's vegetarian. She complains a lot whenever we go out to eat. Like, oh, Goa, can you make sure that the restaurant has vegetarian food? And that happens all the time. She calls me Goa, go. I'm surprised the restaurant manager didn't chastise the waiter for wasting time. I don't know. Maybe the manager wasn't there, actually. Could have been a co-owner of the restaurant. The waiter didn't dress like a supervisor or anything. He just dressed like a waiter. But maybe he's also a supervisor, I don't know. Maybe he like kind of owns the restaurant as well, I don't know either. Hello, how do you do? How are you doing? But I really miss eating good food. I think I'm gonna order some. I had some crab early today for breakfast. Early as in because I woke up when the people in the house were doing saho. Saho is the time you eat before the day breaks, because during the daytime you have to fast. So they wake up early in the morning and they woke me up because they were really loud. And then they woke me up and I had to wake up. Is tipping a thing in your country? No. Tipping is not a thing in my country. I do tip my food delivery people $2. It's not supposed to be a system. we don't have a tipping system here. We don't have a tipping etiquette or anything like that here, because our not only the waiters and not only the servers, the delivery people are paid minimum wage. Almost everybody is paid minimum wage, so it's pretty difficult to keep up with the tipping if everybody earns very less money. Oh my god. When I was a waiter, I had to force conversations to get good tips. That's where you bloomed. That's where you blossomed into the social butterfly that you are right now. Since they woke me up, they should tip me. Get them back by eating in front of them. They don't mind if I eat in front of them. Imagine paying your workers a livable wage. Imagine. They woke me up this morning and they were having a good meal. So I was like, well, can you feed me? And they fed me because last night was the first time they break fast together. So yesterday was the first day. So somebody went back home and they brought a lot of crab. So we had crab soup this morning. A lot of like leftovers from their family and stuff. Because usually the first day of Ramadan, people go back to their it's kind of like a reunion thing, where they break the first day of fast with their family, and usually they bring back food and stuff for the morning next day. And I took my medicine and then I got drugged. The drowsy kicked in and I just slept until it's time to stream. And I woke up. I made myself some hot honey lemon and I feel hungry again. I think all of the healing that my body's the energy that my body is using to heal my body. It's exhausting. I've been eating a lot actually. I've been having a lot of appetite, but it's hard to breathe. So it's hard to breathe enough already, but I am like constantly full because I eat so much. I don't eat like a lot, but I eat very frequently throughout the day. You're probably burning through calories like crazy. It also doesn't help that I have to sweat a lot. I mean, I don't really have a choice because I can't sleep in an aircon room. So it's terrible because I am sick and I hate sleeping in an air-conditioned room. So I'm sweating my ass off and sweating my infection off. Sorry, excuse me. Feeling out any better? No, not really. Not really. It's hard to breathe because when I hold my breath, I have to hold my breath a little bit when it's a little bit difficult to swallow because whenever there's like any airflow going through my throat, it tickles my throat so bad and I have to hold back my cough because the other day, I think 2 days ago, I coughed really bad and it caused some really terrible abrasion in my throat and it worsened my sickness and I woke up with blood in my saliva and blood in everything, and now I'm trying to not cough that much, so whenever I am breathing, I have to make sure that I don't cough when I blow. Have I coughed blood? I have coughed blood. I have. So yes, it's been terrible. It's not going to be the first time I've coughed blood. I have coughed blood plenty of times before. This time is just one of those times that I've coughed blood. The throat has to be a bit tearing. I can feel it. I can taste it. Whenever I swallow, it tastes a little bit irony. It tastes a little bit like bloody, like the bloody kind of taste in my mouth. I am out of cough syrup, so I'm eating this thing called pipako. Pipako. Let me show you what it is. Pipako. It's a cough syrup, and it's something that Malaysians drink when we have cough. So this is how it looks like. This is pipako. Ninjam pipako. Pipako is a cough syrup. It is a very generic cough syrup with herbal something to help relieve your throat pain and to help relieve your. I have another one that sometimes I'm taking for indigestion, or if I have like diarrhea or something. There's another Chinese medicine that is really good as well. It is called I think I've talked about this before. This is really good for digestion. This works. This is actually a miracle stomach pill. It is the most miraculous stomach digestion pill. If you have IBS, this is your savior. If you have really bad digestion heartburns, this is your savior. This is the best thing ever. It is called chikite on. It's called chikite on. Baking soda for heartburn. Oh my god. Whenever I cough like that, I can taste the blood in my mouth, and it's such a bad feeling. I try not to cough. I try to hold back the cough as much as I can to my best ability in order to not hurt my throat even more, because when I have like the very hearty kind of cough, I don't know what you call that, but like it's like a very nasty kind of cough, and you can't actually feel it in your throat, like scratching your throat kind of cough. Whenever I have that kind of cough, it worsens my my throat's so bad. Roletusin. What is Roletusin? Roletusin. Oh, let's see. Thank you, Neptune. I didn't do anything, though. I didn't do anything, but thank you for the tip. It helps with my rigging. Oh no. I gotta get a graphic card before that, so I gotta get a new graphic card before that. My current concern with a new graphic card is that because the 50 series in Malaysia right now, I've done a little bit of research, and the 50 series is 16 gigs, because I do need 16 gigs. This 16 gigs of VRAM. So 16 gigs of 40 series, 40, like let's say 4070 Ti is actually not is actually a little bit more expensive comparing to the 5080, because the 50 series is 16 gigs. The 50 series is an utter disappointment. It is kind of like a disappointment. Your model is like Iron Mouse. I don't think so, but I can see why people would think so. The fact that you're streaming while immensely sick says otherwise. I've been sick for like 8 days now, I think. I've heard a lot of problems with the 50 series. So I don't know whether I want... My problem right now, my dilemma right now is... I don't know whether if I want to spend more money, so that's gonna be like around 7k. 7 to 8k, around 8k. 7 to 8k for a 4070 Ti. Or if I want to spend the same amount or less for a 5080. If you still can't get a 4070 Ti Super, that's a solid 16. Yeah. But that's more expensive than the 5080. Should I get the 4070 Ti instead of the 5080? Because the overheating problem with the 50 series is no joke, and I don't wanna fuck my computer up with that. 5090 is a fire hazard. The rest is overpriced and overhyped. But the 4070 that I found, that 16 gigs, is really expensive. 50 series also runs hot enough to almost melt. Yeah, you told me before. Last time. Otherwise, it might finally be time for AMD. I think my motherboard is more AMD optimized comparing to NVIDIA optimized. It's more compatible with AMD, I think. How is it so damn expensive on your site? Scalpers. You have a lot of scalpers. Like more than double what I pay for that. Oh, it's let me check. Hold on. Sounds like your 4070 Ti S stock is depleted now, so if it's so expensive. Yeah, it is really expensive. Let me check. Because I have it in my cart. In my Amazon cart. It's Amazon. It's Shopee, but it's Amazon in Malaysia. The new AMD cards are going to be really cheap. And AM4 socket, I think so. Really need to upgrade my build once again, but I don't want to do that before moving. I don't want either. There are so many things in my room that is like fixed already, but my housemates are buying me a new desk, a new standing desk, because my current desk is it's weird. My standing desk is broken. It doesn't move anymore. It hasn't moved for a very long time now. 4070. 4070. My 4070 Ti Super 16 gigs. 16 gigs. I have to get the 16 gigs one. The 12 gigs one does not cut it. So I think I should be able to get it for around 5,000 something. So hopefully I can get it for a better price. 5,000 something is around my goal. Oh, a little Oh, I think we have achieved 5,000 something. It's around 1,000 over 1,500 $500. Yeah, should be enough. A big death, yes, a big death. It should be enough. So I'm gonna go get it as soon as I can. They're starting to sell the 50 series now, and I don't really trust 50 series based on so many people's reviews. So I think, and I don't really have a good cooling system. I have a very standard kind of cooling system, and I don't think it will suffice for to compensate how much the 50 is going to overheat. So is that a lot of heat? That's way too much for it. I'm getting. Oh no, it's not $5,000. It's 5,000 my currency. So that's around 1,500 something. 1,000. Yeah, it should be 1,400 something. $1,400. My power supply definitely does need an upgrade, because my current power supply is not good enough for the amount of devices that I have connected to my PC right now. Yeah, so it's like 5,700 something. So that's like around $1,300, give or take. Oh my goodness. It's so hard to breathe without like holding back the urge to cough. It's so hard. It's like trying to hold back a cough in a funeral. Oh my goodness. Speaking of which, this is a fun story to tell, but it's a very short story. So when I used to be purple, somebody, one of my viewers, was it one of my? I don't think they were a regular viewer. They kind of found me somewhere, and they started to timestamp my coughs. Was it my coughs? Yeah, my coughs. I had a VOD with all the cough timestamped, I think. That was a long time ago. A couple of years ago. I don't know. Neptune, did you notice that? So many times that my cough. And I noticed. It is really weird. It was really weird. That card just isn't worth more than 950. Yeah, it's a lot of money. It is a lot of money, but the supply is very, very less right now, and the demand is really high. So they just like hike up the price. They will timestamp anything. At least they didn't like. They weren't diligent enough to timestamp my sneezes. I don't know if I sneeze differently, because the way I laugh is different nowadays. I don't know if how I sound when I sneeze is different, because I don't really pay attention to that. It'll be worth getting the card though. You'll have less problems. I do have to upgrade my power supply as well, because if not, I will probably have like the audio glitching problems like before. Like I really think the robotic audio thing is because of my power supply. So far, it hasn't happened for a while now. It kind of just fixed itself, but it also maybe is because I have been doing a lot of like different kind of trial and error to see whether or not it works. I don't know, but there are definitely two things that I need to upgrade. I also might need to upgrade my storage space because I only have one. I only have 512. Yeah, I have 6 terabytes of hard disk space, but I guess I'll just use cloud instead. But I can't have a lot of games installed on my hard disk anymore because of my work stuff and the videos. my VOD recordings. I guess I'll have to upgrade that as well, but we'll just see. We'll see. We'll see. So anyway, that is all for today. Maybe I wanna come back again tomorrow, but most probably I will see you this Saturday. So the entire week will probably be sick out because I foresee, due to the abrasion in my throat right now, I foresee it taking a longer time to heal, and that's gonna cost the majority of. It's really terrible because I really need to make sure that my video is done by at least early next week. Mary using all her streamer sick days. It's bound to happen once a year. Last year, I didn't really get sick that much. Except for like around March, I had a lot of injuries in March, I think. But other than that, I didn't really get sick that much. But I got sick a couple of times. Oh, I had COVID in October, if I remember correctly. I had COVID, but my COVID time, I did not even get this bad because it was like my 4th time getting. Was it my 3rd time? I don't remember if it was my 4th time or 3rd time getting COVID, and it did not feel. It took like around less than 7 days. It took like around 5 days to get me back to normal, and my throat didn't even hurt or anything like that. I TMI, but I just like had a lot of. I had body pain. If I remember, I had body pain, and then I had diarrhea. I had a lot of diarrhea, and it was really difficult to eat. But after that, I didn't have any like breathing problems. A little bit of breathing problem, I think, but not throat pain, nothing like that. Just, I think COVID really got me, and my body really got used to the COVID, because it was my 3rd time or 4th time. and I got I healed up pretty quick compared to this time around. This time, my immunity really got compromised a lot. My white blood cells had to work so bad, had to overwork my immune system. Had to work so bad. But anyway, I'll see you guys when I see you guys. I don't know if there's going to be a surprise stream where if I get better, then I'll stream a little bit earlier, but my next scheduled stream is on March 8th, Women's Day. So March 7, nighttime for Western people. And thank you so much for coming to my stream and showing me that you're still here and listening to my sick voice. I started stream not sounding like that bad, but I'm ending stream sounding worse than I started stream. And I'm trying not to laugh also because it tickles when I laugh. It tickles my throat. You're making yourself laugh. I'm not. It's so terrible because I taste the blood every time I cough. Even if I try to cough through my nose, I can smell the blood from my nose. I'll see you guys on March 8th, and hopefully we'll be okay. I haven't been playing Subnautica, by the way. I just feel like it's a little bit stressful to play Subnautica. So I've been playing games that don't stress me out. So no Overwatch, no Rivals, no Subnautica. Maybe I'll pick up Resident Evil. Maybe I'll do Resident Evil prep for hardcore or S+ professional. I don't know. The terraforming game is much more fun to watch. Is it really? I think Subnautica is really fun too, but it's really stressful. It is stressful, sort of. I will see you guys. I will see you guys. Oh no, stop it! Stop laughing. I will see you guys on March 8th. Okay, thank you. Thank you for the tip. Thank you for all the subs and wait, there's one sub today. Thank you.